Here is what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Authenticity finds you. You don't find it. That which is genuine comes to you. You don't go to it. The truth is, all you have to do is be authentic and be genuine. And that being will attract unto itself its very essence. And you will find it in the people who gravitate towards you. She is rock solid, air and water tight. I'd say bulletproof. She's hardworking. She's determined. She's focused. She's a go-getter. No, I didn't find her. She found me. And no, I'm not talking about my amazing, one and only, darling princess. Apple of my eye, breath in my lungs, wife. No, that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the matron of Mindset Boulevard. Yesterday she was here. We had a segment together. We talked, had a great conversation which I'll be sharing with you. And it's amazing. Here yesterday, gone today. And this is just an introduction. This is just an opportunity for me to celebrate someone who is all-encompassing, someone who is complete, someone who is wholesome, someone who is rounded and very grounded. How did Linda get to be the matron of Mindset Boulevard? You see, Mindset Boulevard is all about finding self, knowing self, owning self, being self, loving self, and giving of self as a prerequisite to finding purpose and as a precondition to living and leading a fulfilled life. Linda, MJ, I call her. She embodies and encapsulates all these characteristics. She is the embodiment. She epitomizes these attributes. She walks them, she talks them. No one is perfect. We're all work in progress. Perfection in my world is that determination to pick one's self up when they fall, to stay the course, to adjust for desired outcome, and make no excuses, circumstances irrespective. So Mindset Boulevard has got 3 tenets, and under each tenet we have 2 or 3 pillars. Unconditional love, no judgment. Discuss sacred and sacrosanct topics, no taboo areas. Push for mutual growth, hold each other accountable, and take full responsibility for words, thoughts, actions, deeds, dispositions, you name it. Linda is the embodiment of all these attributes. Is she the only one I know who embodies these characteristics? Absolutely not. But I must say, those who do are very few and very far between. Because when rubber meets the road, what we understand, what we are aware of and understand, does not translate into knowing. It doesn't translate into that which we do. It's for that same reason that your GP will tell you smoking kills. You should steer clear of it, veer away from it, and on their lunch break, they down half a pack of cigarettes. Yes. So, how did MJ come to be the matron of Mindset Boulevard, you ask? It is simple. MJ found me, and we went through these tenets. Not only did she embrace and embody them, we became friends. See, because what we do in Mindset Boulevard is not a means to an end. It is a way of life. So every attribute, every aspect of Mindset Boulevard depicts and is driven by values, not by interests. We may have common interests, we may share interests, we may have things that we like doing, but these are not the things that underpin the relationships within Mindset Boulevard. They are all value driven. Not only did she embody this while on the journey, past the journey, as we became friends, she noticed, well, of course, it's always easy to have a conversation with someone and everybody thinks, oh yeah, these are high sounding, high flying, nice sound bites to float around, but nobody really believes that there is authenticity behind it. That when rubber meets the road, it will be these principles, values, mores, ethos, and scruples are nothing else. So when we got on the other side of the journey, she realized this was a way of life, which she literally embodied as we became friends. Because that's what happens when you go through Mindset Boulevard. It is a movement. It is a way of life. Like I said, not a means to an end. She just sent me a text. That's interesting. By the way, she and her husband, Guy, an amazing guy, just moved. They're currently probably traveling. They travel all night on their way to Holland. They're doing a European tour. And it was amazing spending time with them. But this is about Linda. So we became friends, and we continued, of course, living these values, which are not always easy. See, Linda can take it. She can stand in front of the mirror and she can look at herself, stare herself in the eye, and take full responsibility for her actions, and take corrective measures and corrective actions to ensure that she is guiding herself towards true north. That her satellite navigation system, her global positioning system, is actually working for her, not against her. She has learned to perfect the art of avoiding the path of least resistance if it's not taking her to a place that meets a need, that serves a purpose that's bigger than the self. She knows how to take the other into consideration while meeting her own needs. She knows how to be selfless. And beyond that, we got to a point where we actually pray together as a family, and we cover one another in each other's prayers. And she'll be up at ungodly hours of the night, because I typically would pray at 6 a.m. in the morning, sometimes 5. And if there's some delay, Linda will be there, waiting sometimes an hour and a half, just not to miss that session. And it's not a 5-minute prayer, no, it's usually minimum an hour. I think the longest we prayed together was 4.5 hours. That was a Friday. So she is not just an embodiment of the values, but she has moved with me, and we've taken it to the spiritual level where we actually pray together. Now you can't beat that. So I approached Linda and I asked if she would accept the honor of being a matron, the matron of Mindset Boulevard. And of course she said yes. I couldn't be more proud. She and I had an amazing conversation yesterday, which I'll be sharing with you. This was just to introduce Linda to you in a formal way, because yesterday it was a wishy-washy introduction. We didn't really get into the core, to the nooks and crannies of who she is and what she represents, not just to Mindset Boulevard, but to me personally. You see, I have met, rubbed shoulders with, greeted and embraced so many people. Lots of people who came so close. Some actually do embody these values, but nobody went the full mile from a place of trauma to going through the journey, staying the course, imbibing and imbuing and integrating those values into the fabric, the core and the fabric of their being, applying it to our friendship and beyond that, getting so excited about it to the point where she asked if she could join me in prayer, because she'd always wanted to deepen her spirituality. I'm Catholic born and bred. I think she's Protestant born and bred, but that doesn't get in the way of how, when, why, and in what direction we pray, because ultimately prayer is just that, and the church is you and I. It's not a building, it's not a belief system as articulated by religion. The Bible as we know it encapsulates one word. It can be summarized by just one word, and that word is love. When you understand that, you understand the Bible. And all the stories, all the Gospels, they just take that word love and they stretch it out. And they feed into it different examples, different situations. And through these situations, they give revelations. And all these revelations show us the ramifications and repercussions of steering and veering away from love. And the benefits, the gifts, the worthiness, the joys and the pleasures of steering and moving towards love. So all of this was just to introduce Linda to you. I will steer clear now and let you get a taste of the Matron of Mindset Boulevard. An engagement and interaction that we had yesterday that was soulful. That is the only way I can describe it. And the relationship that I have with Linda today, yes, is the relationship I would love to have with you. I've come so close with so many, but it's not easy. Everybody loves the concept, but when rubber meets the road and it comes to implementation, it's not always that easy. And no, I don't blame those who fall by the wayside. I don't blame those who can't and won't stay the course, because it means looking at self. It means looking at our little gremlins and our own demons squarely in the eye and reminding those gremlins and demons who's in control. Thanks for indulging me. And I look forward to someday, on some level, in some capacity, for some reason, for some intent and or purpose. I look forward to you and I having the kind of relationship that I have with MJ, because that is how we change the world, by building these synergies as we exchange energies, one conversation at a time. Have an amazing day. Take care.